Hi, everybody. Welcome to Attack with Larry C. I'm your host, Larry Christiansen. And today we're going to continue exploring the subject of softening up the opponent, generally with little pawn thrusts to whittle down that well-protected enemy king position. But first, a listener submitted the following very instructive little tactical flurry. I should say the end game is also instructive, but really not the subject of our discussion here. This is strictly middle game. And this was played in the recently concluded European Club Cup between Grandmaster Leif Johannesson White, his opponent, the renowned Indian Grandmaster Pentala Harikrishna. And this is the position, much higher rated than Mr. Johannesson, a position after White's 24th move. Now, White is a very nice looking formation, except one problem. He's a pawn down. But he has good control over the d-file, well active knight, pressure against b5. And here, Hare Krishna should have his sense of danger deserted him here. Let's put it that way. And instead of planning something sensible like knight c4 to trade off that knight on e5, leading to an equal position almost certainly, he instead played the greed-minded queen a6, protecting his weak b5 pawn. And now, to his credit, Johannesson comes up with a very alert, powerful sacrifice to destroy the enemy king position. This is a man looking, always on the alert for forcing moves, anything to do with the enemy king position. We've talked about that ad nauseum here on this show. So what does he do? He blasts away with knight takes f7. Well, point number one is rook takes f7 loses instantly to rook d8 check. So the real question is what happens after king takes f7. And here Johannesson correctly calculated that after rook d7 check, black's king is suddenly in mortal danger. Now here I have to say that Hare Krishna should not have taken that knight. He should have tried anything else except taking that knight. h6 maybe, knight c4 is a thought. But taking the knight is, well, should have lost the game. Okay, now Johannesson, rook d7 check. Of course, now if king g8, queen e7 quickly wraps things up. g7 cannot be protected. So he has to take and now go for a walk with the king to g6. Now king f6 also loses nicely here, e5 check. Typical little shot in such positions. The point being, after king takes e5, queen d4 check, king f5, g4 check, White enlists the aid of his humble foot soldiers. If king g6, we get mate in 1. And if king g5, we get mate after queen e5 check. If king takes g4, rook takes g7 check, and mate next. So, king has, of course, g8, queen e7, so he has to go to g6. Johannesson swoops in with queen e7, and this being a club tournament, I'm sure his teammates had already chalked this one up. That king is in mortal danger. Hare Krishna plays king rook g8, nothing else to do here. Queen f7 check, driving the king to the corner. Now foot soldiers contribute with g4, threatening mate in 1. Queen h5, g6 is not a defense.